This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
So here we are back in another video, and as you guys have asked for the free bug bounty course recording, so here is the recording. But before going the video, we're having announcements here as always. So we are having the upcoming batch, the batch 6 of advanced bug bounty training. If you guys know about it, yes, that's the course where we do completely live real stuff, and we have few new features added here. As you guys can see that we have increased time of live hunting, and even though if you register in the next 48 hours of this video launch, then you will be definitely getting added into the free training. That will be additional trainings of 4 weeks along with a revision batch completely from us for free. So check out the link, it's in the description. So here is the video that you guys were asking for like last few days. You want the free bug bounty training batch recording. So here is the most of the recording. We don't have anything more than that, and as I already mentioned that I have removed few part of it because of multiple reasons. So here is the recording that will be starting shortly. But yes, you can definitely take a look on the course given in the description. That's not the free course, but that's the advanced bug bounty batch training that you guys have already seen the intro about it. So I guess that's it. Jump on the recording. Thank you everyone for it, Spidey. Okay, so this is a free bug bounty training. You can start recording. Okay, so what we are gonna do here is simple. How many of you know about what is bug bounty? Right, we all know about it. What is bug bounty and all these things. Uh, yes, here it is. Right. So we use especially two or three things. We majorly use them. Not a lot of tools are there, but yeah, we are gonna use few specific or focused things here. Like let's say, majorly we can use lots of tools from GitHub. Everyone knows about GitHub? Yes or no? Just fast in the chat. Be active on the chat. We are gonna take a look on multiple things in this 10-hour session. Okay. Then we are gonna use multiple scripts made by AI. We can use multiple interfaces like Bub Suite or let's say Zap. We can use multiple, right? There are a lot of things, and we use browsers mainly. So I use majorly two things. First is Firefox, and the one in the Bob configuration is also known as Chromium, something like that. Don't focus on spellings too much. So everyone know about Bob Suite? I am trying to cover Bob Suite as much as I can into a session. Recording will be uploaded on the Telegram. Okay. So today I will cover Bub Suite. So for those who are looking for crack version, don't ask me how to get it. You can simply get it by this button in your Telegram, or just search Dr. Farfar. Or even though I can say that premium is not, not necessary. You can go for community version, and in premium, the Bob Collaborator is not there, so you can use the application for it, app.interact.sh. So if you have a premium one, or maybe let's say only community version, you can use this one as a collaborator. That's very good. So what is Bob Suite? Can anyone explain to me, or just I have to Google it? Okay.
Well, basically, burp is a tool which can be used for penetration testing.
Yep. So Bob is a tool that we use for weapon testing, intercepting, and multiple purposes. And you all know how to use bash commands, right? So here I'm on my Mac. You can be on your Windows or whatever you want to. You can download WSL or virtual machine, or maybe you can go with your uh, whole OS changing into Kali. You can do that. So let me just try to open my Bob Suite, and don't ask me very basic questions that you can Google. How to install WSL? Google it. how to install or use a virtual machine, Google it. There's just 8 or 9 minutes video on YouTube that can give you all your answers. So I'm gonna start my website here. Okay, so let me close this. Good. So this is what Bobsuit looks like of 2023. We can use the most famous version was 1.7.37. You can still find it out on the internet and simply just find for Burp cracked. And you can find multiple reasons, Bobsuit Pro cracked versions, all these things. You just Google it by yourself. Bobsuit. All the files. You can even go to the file section specifically to find the files only. Maybe you can find some Bobsuits. Here is the Bobsuit, yeah, for Windows. It's a cracked one. Bobsuit Pro 2023. You can get it and install it by yourself. There will be instructions already in this one. If you're having a Mac, then you might have issues finding the exact version you need. But in Windows, you can go with it. And come on, that's simple. Not gonna pick it up for a long time here. So look, this is what a Bobsuit will look like, right? And Bobsuit is something that you have seen that a lot of people say that Bobsuit is enough to do bug bounties and all these things. Then yes, bug bounty can be easily done by only Bobsuit. So you can go with this all the steps. Target will be all the targets you are hunting on. Proxy setup, simple. You can just take a look on this by YouTube, but still gonna show you in short. Okay, here we are. I hope this is visible easily. It's simple. You install this extension named Foxy Proxy. Go to proxy settings and add this thing 127.0.0.1.80.80. Install this. Add the same one. Add the same one 127.0.0.1.80.80. And then turn it on. You can just simply go to http burp. You will get this page and just download this thing. Okay, you can download this thing simply and make it import to a browser. Not like this, but you can simply do that. But we're not going to do it like that. You can simply go to our browser settings, certificate, certificate, and import one. Right, I've already imported this one, so you might see this here. Okay, here is this Sportsfigure. Now Sportsfigure is the company that is having or owning the website. So basic setup is this, and a Chromium is available. Right. So there are multiple things. People have their own options to use that one. But yeah, I will possibly use this one, the open browser option here, and it will give me a browser, Chromium. And it's way better, to be honest. Yeah, Chromium is good, man. You can definitely go with that. But today I'm not teaching you Chromium. Today I'm teaching you into the repeater collaborator, decoder, and extensions. Along with the main thing, which is insertion point scanning. So let's go to target. Let's just demonstrate the exact website by test PHP oneweb.com. Right. So just let me just search bug. Now this is what a request looks like. This is request method. Post is something that we are gonna ask or update on something on server. Get is just for getting something from the cache and all these things. So this is our post request. Our host is here. Content length 25. Now what is content length? All these things. You can see 25 characters are here, and this is your content length. Okay. Then we have the origin, and also header that can do multiple things. User agents, Mozilla 5.0, Windows NT, good. Apple WebKit, HTML, like Gecko, Chrome, good. No issues. Except what the server might accept, the referrer header, connections, accept encoding, and accepted languages. That is the standard procedure or standard way of having the request. Now, I'm going for intruder. Let's say intruder. Now, this is what a proxy looks like. Here is the whole history of it. You can take a look on history, WebSockets if there are. These are all the proxy settings, right? Like other settings are only proxy, but this page is only for proxies. We don't need this thing right now. You will eventually find what you need. But for now, that's good. We don't need to play with this share. Okay. Now, intercept, HTTP history, WebSockets, good. You have to explore it to understand. I can just tell you what to do, what not to do, but eventually you have to do it by yourself to explain or to get a better use to it. Then intruder. Now this is what intruder looks like. Usually we're gonna use sniper, battering ram, cluster bombs, all these things. But before that, repeater. Sorry. This is what a repeater looks like. These are the three methods to take a look on all these things. I usually prefer this one side by side overview. So look, if you have to do something on the go and take a look on the result or response, suppose you're trying to find behavior. Now if I just try to see for bug, it will react something like this. Okay. Now if I just try to put something like, let's say, mm, let me just encode it to base 64 or maybe, just make it a very big string and I would like to check how it will react still the same. So it's just a basic option that if you want to see side by side how each request is reacting and how we are getting the response, then yes, repeater is good. But when we use intruder, it's different. Suppose I want to search from 1 to 1000 or 10,000 X amount, right? I would like to find or something. Let's say I would like to search 1 to 1000 or I would like to search 10,000 things. I will not search it manually, right? So on that note, I use intruder. I just go to search for, like we know, we put bug for the button of search. Sometime you will get it here, maybe in the parameters, maybe here. It depends. So I'm going for search bug. Okay. I will add this dollar something sign and go to the payload section. In payload, it is asking me how many payload I want. I want, let's say, you can use default one, but we will use different one. You can use default or like 33,000 payloads. Right? It will just search for all of them. Let me clear all of them. Go to passwords or let's say directories. Right now I have 1,800 directories. I will like to find them. Then I have resource pool. You can just edit it, but not today. I'm not telling you how to do it. I don't think that means right now, but let's see. Custom, name it custom. Maximum request, I would like to say I would like to send 10 requests one by one, right? Like concurrently, I want to send 10 requests. Okay. Then delay between requests, I would like to just say 10 milliseconds of delay would be very good for me, or let's say 100. No, just make it 10. We have good internet. An automatic back off if there is some sort of, a lot of things going on. So let me just try to start attack. Okay. It is showing me that we need more than two payload locations. What have I selected? Okay. So look, when you're using cluster, you need lot of payloads. Usually the default is a sniper. It will just attack on only one parameter. Suppose I go for cluster, right? Then I have to, maybe check username and password. So I will choose username list in username and password in password. I will show you. Don't worry about it. But let's go for sniper first. We made the resource pool here for ourselves. Let's click on start attack. So you can see we're having the responses one by one, right? For all the 1800s. But the repeater is trying to compare things one by one. I will say just, observation. That would be the main key. You can take a look on this thing, like the lengths. They might give a good response here. Now look, I told you what is length, content length. This is the thing. And these are status code. 200 for OK, 300 for redirection, 400 for 404 is user not found, 403 is blocked, 401 is unauthorized. You can take a look on it, Google it. Okay, so it depends. I'm not gonna complete it all the way because there is no need for it. Just closing it. You can use intruder for brute forcing in short. Suppose if you're having a username and password, right? Suppose this is username. I selected it and then we have password. Now I can go for cluster bomb. Go to payload. In my first list, I will go for usernames. Let's say A to Z. And then in the second list, I want to add passwords. So let me just load. Not this one. It will be too much. I will also add the same thing as passwords here. So just trying to add one each of them one by one. Like you can see A with zero, B with zero, all of them. Then going to one with A with one and all these things one by one concurrently. So it will give you exact result what you are looking for. So it depends how you are using this exact thing. You can use cluster bomb like that. And for the remaining two, you can read the descriptions here. Let me clear it. Then collaborator. Oh, that's one of the very good things. It will give you your own server. Like let me just show you. If I am here, it will give me some URL like this. Now this is my ostify.com. That's my Bob collaborator URL. If I go to this, just this thing, nothing else. But I will get my IP here. So when you're trying for SSRF and all these types of bugs, you will get this type of IPs and all these things. And this can help you in multiple things. Got it? The basic Bob suite is this, like collaborator, intruder, interception, proxy, and repeater. Now decode is something. If you want to decode, let's type hello. I want to decode it HTML. It's already decoded. Let's encode it to HTML. This is my HTML. Let's encode it to hex. No encodation. Let's encode it to gzip. Okay, it's encoded there. Binary or URL. Right? This will help you a lot, man. Comparer. If you want to compare something one by one, then yes, you can do that. Let me just try to do send it to comparer. Right? Item 1 and item 2, both of them should be here. So if I just go and get myself one more request, let's see. Send it to comparer. Right, so you can see if I would like to compare things between all of this, there might be some sort of differences going on and it will show me them. Okay, not a big deal for now, but definitely you should know how this comparer is going to work. There are two requests and responses that we might compare for now. So it depends how we're going to compare them. Logger, not now, just forget about it. Extensions, now there is three things: Burp Suite, App Store, APIs. Also in comparer, it's only one. There is no big deal. Okay, and that's the APIs. We don't need to take a look on that for now. We need to just learn about the basic things. As it's a very beginner course, I'll be explaining all the important things only. So this is the Burp App Store, just like your phone. You can just try to install important things. Like if I say I have installed this ones, Autorize, you can just click on install and it will be installed. I will say just use a JS miner, Log4j everywhere, and Collaborator everywhere. These three things would be very important. Recon would be tomorrow, not today. Now these things are really important that we need to understand. Now anything about intruder, repeater, collaborator, decoder, and extensions. Anything? Any questions? Any question? Last extension, JS miner, collaborator everywhere. Which method you want to ask, Cybercrush? Yes, you can ask. Hands up. Look, we can't say that any sort of framework is secure because we have to deal with multiple things going on there. It's not only about limited to any sort of stuff, but yeah, it might be configured very well, but there might be still a chance of having misconfiguration, creation of multiple topics, all these things. Important extension, I made a video about it, buddy. Oh, thank you. We have a whole video on this thing, man. Extensions, master extensions. This is the one, I guess. Just let me, yeah. One of these videos is the extension that you need or that you should have. Yeah, so these types of things can help you by getting the exact IDOR, but not obviously, right? They're not gonna be obviously there for every time. So I'll say power up your manual approach. That would be way better. So not much into exploring browsers, but I can say I'm pretty fine with all this Firefox and Chromium. I will share resources, not now, by fifth or sixth day maybe. I won't say a thing about guarding. I don't know. So you're asking about labs, Anshuman. So what I will say is simple. Labs are made vulnerable, right? In real life case, it might be vulnerable. It won't seems to be vulnerable thing, and that's the main thing. Right? You're not having confidence. Just go to university's websites, try to hunt on them, bug bounty programs, report it. What's the worst case? You will get the NA or maybe duplicate. Let it be. You're going on right path. You will learn multiple things.
भैया क्या हम एक चेकलिस्ट बना के रखें कि ये बग फाइंड करना है
नहीं,
इसके बाद ये
नहीं.
ये नहीं करना है।
I want to say my latest bounty. It's enough for your advanced work on the course for hunting bugs. Let me show you. Technically, there is no course as I have to go to hospital for now. But you can see people are doing good. I don't have to worry a lot about it. We just forget about it. Let's go to B4. Let's go to a batch ago. Okay, there is no media. It doesn't see shows a lot of medias here. Damn, I forgot for it. The medias are not loaded, but I can definitely show people are getting good things on it. If you are saying it's it enough or not, then must be there must be a good crowd here. Yeah, we do have cloud security trainings, source code trainings. They are on the way, so don't worry about it. डोमेन हट गया है पीएम करना मेरे को if there is a website it is not using any subdomains or having very latest versions JS recon source code review and flow issues Devang, these three things would be the key. You don't need to maintain a checklist, man. You can better go with the flow. Like suppose that's going on a store website, do it one by one. Jagdish, you can DM and manager will take care of all the enrollments. Which course you're talking about? So you'll just let me know. If you know bug bounty, that's a good offer. If you don't know bug bounty, then you will be learning about them. Okay, you guys on discount. Prashant. How many of you are sure that you're gonna enroll today? Okay. वो वाला giveaway वाला course. I'll make it public again, don't worry. Just for today. Just for today, before 12 p.m. Look, I'll go ahead with one more topic. I have to bug it. But one more thing to mention that, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do Shashank. I'll share the Telegram link in the WhatsApp group. Don't worry. So, look, labs are good. I will say go to OAS, read it all. That would be very good. Okay, let's move to another topic. Now, how many of you know about the active scans and all these things in PubSuite? Anyone know about the active scan, passive scan shit? Anyone saw today's live? You guys can DM me. I will close the same discount at 12:00, like in 1.5 hours, 90 minutes. 10 days of this. This course is for 10 days. Okay. Mm-hmm. वही क्या? You guys know what active scan, passive scan. What if I say that everyone is using it for in a wrong way for now? Yeah, now. Hmm. The caretaker, you are saying that Port Sugar labs are 100 out of 100. When I say that labs are not good, I didn't mean that. I said labs are made vulnerable. Okay, they are not. You can say they are not dependable, right? You need to get a mentorship or maybe some sort of real life experience. Not labs are not enough to make the mindset for every different store, every different website. I will say go with real life targets. Be focused to making your own notes. By the end of the course, I will make a giveaway of the notes. Don't worry. We have a few notes for those who know me. There are five versions of it. And notes. A lot of notes are here for every bug. If you just click on 403 bypass, all the bypasses that you need. So look, we usually go for some request. Like let's take a request here. Okay, this is the request, right? I'm just sending it to repeater. Now, how people are scanning? Do active scan. No man, come on. You can make it more precise. Like if I just go to intruder, just select bug here. You don't find bugs by just doing active scan, man. Just add it to highlight. Right click on it. Right, do active scan. Now it is going to scan it all. It found the thing. Okay, we don't need that one. Also, you can do one more thing that you can go for specific scannings. Like if I just go to, scan insertion point. Now what is this? We found the insertion point which is bug, right? Just go to scan defined, open scan launcher. Now what we are doing, we are just trying to hunt bugs on this exact parameter. So you can just go to it, click on scan configuration and make your own. So I have made my own XSS. Now it will only find for XSS here. Let me just pause this one and let's see if it can find any XSS. Let's see. Okay, it found one. It found the XSS here. I can just do show response in browser, go like this. Okay, we have it. So this is the basic thing I used to demonstrate, but no, this is not something that you should be dependent on. This was just a demo. Now I would like you all to explore it. Do you want to see how to create one? Do you guys want to see how to create one? Not a big deal. Just go to insertions, click on scan or resource pool. I just select on library. Right, so I will just click on built-in or maybe customs. These are my custom ones. Go for SQLIs, maybe whatever you want to. You can click on new and click on ignored, not ignored. Okay, yeah. Remove everything. Just a minute. Okay, here is the insertions. Where you want to insert URL body, wherever you want to enter, select it. You can make your own. And here you can see individual things. You can just select what bug you want it to test. Suppose for passive, I don't want all the passives. I will just manually remove them here. Bye, 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 bye. Something like this. You can make your own. Spend a day on it and make the good one. Now look, till now I gave you the very basic overview of intruder, repeater, collaborator, decoder extensions, and proxy and scan launcher. Now you guys should take a look on it. You all will do that, right? You all will explore it by yourself. If you already know, that's good, and if you don't know, have a look on it. All right? Yes or no? Better. Now next thing, what extensions you can use? So I use Vaporizer obviously, cookie editors, and Shodan here, and open multiple URLs. You can just take a screenshot here. Got your screenshots. Now collaborator is something like this: request what you send the request and what the response you get. Now I will say, have a look on this one. Bob's documentation. Have a look on all the documentations, man. You guys want to get reading the documentations. There are a lot of things, man. This is not the only one. Community editions, enterprise editions, right? Scanner, collaborator. These two things would be very good, right? All these things: scrolling, writing, scan configuration, presets, customs, Bob scanner, inbuilt audit, scrolls, powered scanning, authentication scanning, login credentials, login in forms. How to do automated scanning on all these things? You can have a good look on it. So you can spend a week on it, man. That's cool. We will do this Q&A cyber crush in the end, not these things now. Now, we did the Bob suite. You will explore it by yourself. We did the uh, Firefox with the basic things that we have to cover in it. And now you are asking about checklist and all these things. So let me tell you how to do checklist and all these things. It's simple. Look, checklists are not going to be very complicated for you if you just take a look on them very specifically. Suppose there's a store. Let me show you the notes of advanced patch 5. That will give you a better idea. Mm, B5. Okay. Look, how to choose targets, how to finish first in web, right? Impactful. So look, what to explore first in web? Suppose it's a Canva, right? Find all the endpoints, make a notes. Go to YouTube, check complex or different features because you're not gonna learn about anything instantly. Exploring web is not enough when it's a big company. You have to do it one by one, or maybe um, doing some sort of things one by one by your own. Let me go back to the thing that we were. Where is the okay? Now, how to make checklist? Hacklist. Let's name it hacklist. This looks good, I guess. Anyway, look. Suppose it's a store. Make a checklist for it. Suppose how does the store looks like? Sign up, logins, OAuth, product page, coupon codes, file uploads, reviews, then the ratings, then let's say cart, orders, tokens, IDs, right? You can make a list like this, and you don't go for bugs. Okay, I need to find XYZ bug. No, you have to go to functionality. You have to pen test the sign up completely, and whatever you get from it, there must be a good notes like this. Going for login must be a good list like this. Okay, you have tried all these things. If there is something weird, double quote it and mark the weird thing here, or let's say abnormal. Observation is the key. Always remember that. If you observe website very properly, you will get a lot of things. Authentications, there is whole checklist. Do you know where I posted the free checklist of OAuth? Anyone? Not Instagram. Come on, man. Yeah. Yep. On Twitter. Also on GitHub, you can find it. Just search my name and you will find that thing. You can make a checklist like this. Now, suppose that's a crypto website. You make one like that. Suppose it's a static website. You make one like that. Right? Tomorrow, I will help you making checklists and I will tell you what to do information gathering one by one. Because if you're going to do live information gathering or recon, it will take easily 7 to 8 days. I will tell you all the steps that you guys should do. And you know what a recon should look like? Let me show you. The basic recons that we do. If we just go to, it might look like that. Lot of tools, lot of things going on, lot of tools, a lot of data that you can use. You can do things like that, man. Doing live on this type of free platforms, it's kind of a bit hard thing to do, because look, when you're gonna hunt on live things, there are multiple things we have to face. We need to sort of, that recordings or all these things should not be leaked, links should be private, all these things we have to maintain. Let's see if I can be do that, I will just telling you. But when we are doing recon and all these things, we will be doing it live. For XSS, I have more than two. Let's how many POCs we have? More than 124 POCs. Blurred out the target because obviously they're not patched. But we can definitely take a look on that one. You don't need to worry. I've prepared a lot of things, a lot of POCs, a lot of things. So don't worry about it. Anyway, now that was the basic session we had for Bob Suite for Firefox. You can install your configurations, all these things by yourself, and I'm sparing you 15 minutes of time to ask your questions. And here is my terminal closed. You guys can ask a question. So yesterday we just took a look on the basic things like what is Bob Suite and what is the checklist, all these things. So we will just see three topics today. Then we get checklist and mindset, and then we have the last topic, which is basic gathering of information, or let's say basic recon. Okay. So how do you choose targets? By the way, anyone would like to explain how you are going to choose target? What things we are comparing? Heat, no promotions here. Okay. Let's connect the cameras. Just a minute. Not less vulnerabilities reported. There are a lot of things. Few more. Anyone? Okay. Let me see what do I teach in the advanced one side. Let me show you the very quick approach to it.
Okay, look, this is the thing how to choose target. So this is how you do, how you choose target, right? So first of all, the main thing that we're gonna look for is acceptance, right? Let's say I don't know what how I type spellings, but still policies. What bugs they export, or what are the response times, disclose reports, and out of scopes. These four things are main. If you know how they're gonna respond, how they're gonna accept the bug, how they are managing all their policies, and that's a good thing. If you're already into bug bounties, you know that. Then now there's a thing good scope and white scope. Okay, so what is a good scope? Good wildcards, good wildcards, and subdomains. That's a good scope, right? And what is a wide scope? I just named them wide scope. You don't have to be, but let me show you. What's the wide scope? Wide scope is like everything belongs to us is in scope. So these are the two things. So what does a good scope look like? Let's go to hacker one, not hacker man, hacker one. Let's go to Tyson. Now this is something that we know as good scope, right? Look, lot of domains, lot of wildcards, right? That's a good one. Now what is a wide scope? Dell bug bounty. Anything, any IP, any host that belongs to Dell is in scope. It works like that. Okay. Look, any domain or target that belongs to Dell are in scope, but not eligible for monetary reward. So let's take a look on FIS. So this is one of the best scopes, man, you can ever get. They simply say that any FIS asset is in scope. That's really good, right? Because suppose if you just go to Crunchbase and just type, let's say Dell, just example, Dell, 36 acquisitions. Now you can also hunt on these 36 companies if you want to, because they are acquired by Dell and they're also in scope because they said anything belongs to us is in scope. So yes, here we are. You can also hunt on this. You can do a good recon on it, right? If you go to the PGB, Dell, uh, Dell, look how much ASN numbers we have, and that's a very good scope. You don't have to take a look on this one. You need to go with Dell INC. You can go with Dell Sonic Wall, maybe Dell China, Dell Foundation. No, I don't think that's in scope. Dell INC, Dell products, right? So it depends. We can just even name their original, like you can just Google Dell, and here's the Dell company, right? Just go to Dell Wikipedia. Like usually we are having issues with all these things, like okay, how to just get the original name of the company, like INC and all these things. So you can definitely go to Dell Technologies, try to find all these things. So it's Dell INC, right? Let's see how many ASN numbers we have for Dell INC. Pretty good, right? Now we can take a look on all these ones too. Now that's a good scope. Now you're talking about the reports there and all these things. So I will show you. Don't be eager to do everything at once. I'll show you how to use the ASN numbers. So wide scope looks something like this. Like everything belongs to us is in scope and good wildcard. So you will get both of these types of program. Good scope, wide scope. That's good. Now you have to figure out what you want to hunt on. Like there is also preferability. Suppose you are good with WordPress, AEM, PHP, e-commerce websites, maybe banking websites, or you're going for specific plugin based, right? When we are hunting for CV, we are always going for plugins or services. Then also we can go to implementations like file uploads or types of stores, right? All these types of things. So what does a function mean to us when we are going to hunt on? Suppose if I'm going for some sort of specific function, like I would like to go for uh, video editing websites. I might go for Canva, maybe. I can go for Adobe Fireflies, all these types of things. If I want to go for, let's say, shopping carts, I will go to the stores. If I would like to go to some sort of e-commerce, I will go to that type of things. If I'm going for some sort of, let's say, what do you say that? If you are going for some sort of crypto websites, then yeah, it belongs on what functions we like to do. Ignore all the spellings. I know most of them are wrong. Still, then this is what a wildcard looks like. Domain.tld, top level domain. Big and open scopes, right? Yeah, this is what I know as open scope. We usually call this open scope. At least I call them open scope or wide scope. Everything, acquisitions and all IPs and all hosts. This is known as one of the best scopes. It can be Google, Apple, whatever website you can choose to hunt on them, but that would be a very good idea to hunt on it. So suppose if I'm looking for three targets comparing here. Okay, I'm first of all taking a look on good scope. So let's take a look on Gateway Row. It's kind of old. Let's go to CK12, Bug Bounty. Now let me go to Dyson. Now let me go for one more target. Anyone just give me a target. Right now I have four things here. CK12, Dyson, Sonder, and Seek. Okay, now I have to choose what I will go for. So Dyson is a whole store-based program. So they are good. They are having a lot of stores. You can see they are well reported. And look, number of report doesn't matter about how much bounty you will get. If you have to go with duplicates, there might be high chances of duplicate on zero reports. It's a case, right? So we can even go for Dyson. Like, let me just go to Dyson.pt. Right. So it's a store website. Definitely a lot of good scope. We can choose it. Then we have the Sonder. It's not that its policy is kind of good, average policy, not very good, not very bad. But we have applications. We also have kind of portal management systems, something like Oyo maybe. Then we have Seek. Let's go to seek.com.au. That's also something like Indeed. And then we have CK12. What the hell it is? CK12. Now what they're having in common is a lot of functionalities. Now we are under the second level of it. How many of them are in the kind of wildcards? Let's say if I go to the security product or the security page, there is nothing called a very what do we say that there's nothing called a specific domain given here. So we can hunt on any domain and there is no out of scope as there is nothing written here specifically. So we can hunt on it, but that's a VDP, we can risk it. Dyson, that's a very good scope, but there is a lot of out of scopes. So let's close Dyson for now. We go to Sonder, right? Hotel management system, then we have Seek. So I think Sonder is just limited to the management and all these things. But if we go to Seek here, we have two portals, the employer side and the client side. So that's two things are very, more functionality goes to more bugs. Simplest thing. So in the end, we are on the two things, CK12 and Seek. Now what they are having common, more than two platforms. In Seek, we are having employers and the employee. If we took a look on the CK12, they are having multiple things like, let's say, a student portal, teacher portal, or the owner portal, school portal, all these types of things. So we can definitely go to CK12 instead of Seek because it is having more portals, more functionality. And if I'm going to look on it, good functionalities, I might hunt on cloud file management. I will take a look on all the misconfigurations done there. Amazon CloudFront, WordPress, right? You can go for Seek. Yeah, they are also having good functionalities here. We can hunt on this one too, as they are having the CDN Cloudflare. Maybe you can try for the differences out there. So on my particular description, I might go with CK12. Because if I'm taking a look on the response here, let me just show you CK12, CK12, Gmail, stored accesses was there, I guess. Okay. Okay, they signed the money, I guess. Right? They're having a good platform, a good whole, a good kind of approaches out there. So they offer Amazon gift card, or also they are also accepting PayPal. So I provided my PayPal and good to go. They pay by end of the month and I handed on July 7th. Anyway, they do a good efforts by the way. So on my basis, what we have seen in simple words here is that preference, more functionalities, more domains, more things to exploit, and more portals. These are the five things that actually matter by choosing a target. And look, that's a kind of a very underrated thing, but you can definitely ask people for program because they have hunted on the program, they know the response time, they have spent a lot of time on it, and they might be doing a good reconnaissance collection of it. So you can definitely ask for it. Then checklist. I told you about the checklist, how to make the checklist functionality based. So suppose I have two portals here. I'll just name P1, or no, not P1, D1 and D2. So in D1, what I have like student logins. So they might be having OAuth, login, sign up, and their procedure that they can exploit. Then in D2, we might be having teacher login, same features, right? Like kind of teacher portal, not portals, that's not portal. If they were on D3, dashboard number 3, might be having school pages or let's say institute pages. Institute. Anyway, institute pages, right? So that depends on how we are going to focus on few things, right? Now, is it enough? So I don't think that's enough. We need to have a lot of things here. Now let me focus on one more thing, which is the functionality or preferability. So I might go to prefer to go some sort of multiple roles, multiple projects, multiple portals. So if they're having these things, there might be high chances of privilege escalation. We can go for even let's say access management. That would be a good one too. So it's kind of a very vast website. You might have to spend a good time on it, and then you can make a checklist. I told you yesterday how to make checklist, right? Yes or no? Just be a bit quick. Just be quick. Type. We didn't see how to make checklist yesterday. Really, checklist. If this is a store, mark all the functionalities down. Make all the things you have tested, and if there is something weird, make it a double quote. Simplest thing. Okay. So now think what we do in basic recon. Can anyone tell me what do you do in the first step of recon? How do you just suppose you choose a target given to? What will you do? What will you do? Tell you. Like after I close the recording, let me know. I will share one POC that will show how to find the exact belongings. Okay, look, what we will do is some first of all CK12. I'll just take a look on the website for now. Not bug bounty, just CK12, what it is. Okay, non-profit organization CK12 Foundation. Right. I'll just try to find CK12.org. Crunchbase. They have no acquisitions. They are just a URL by their own. Okay, that's good. Now I will go to Shodan. We just need to take a look on all these things. What they are having right now. CK12.org. 57 IPs. Yes. And you can use data leaks. Look, I won't suggest, but definitely you can use data leaks. They're way enough for it. Yep, we can do the thing, the test you can manner, but I'm just sharing my own. We're not trying to go for subdomains directly. We just take a look on the browser what we can, then open the terminal. Okay, I'll just go to, maybe I'll just try to find CK12, or let's say 12 foundation. Maybe I will not get anything, maybe I can get something. CK12 foundation, nothing much about CK12 here. You can type URLs to here, that can even give you a few things, like you can just use ck12.org. In some cases you might get something or you might not. Okay, we got the records, website information, all of the IPs belonging to ASN, okay, Amazon. And here are all the details, whose details, and I don't think that's useful for now, just in the initial phase. So now we are just trying to find subdomains. If you have ASN number, you will use AMAS for it. You can use AMAS to find all the ASN and all these things. If you are having some sort of ASN numbers, you can use this one, this command. I'm just using AMAS ASN, and then just give the ASN number here. For example, let me show you how to use it. Let's type Dell. Okay, I'm going for Dell 54701, and I can just type it in my terminal. And then it will give me all the domain that belongs to this ASN number. Okay, that's simplest thing. We don't have to worry too much about anything. This is how it works in simple words. But in our case, we don't have to go for the ASN, so we're just going for terminate that session, go to our target sections, the terminal targets. Let's see if I have any CK12. So I don't have any CK12 here. Nothing, no files here. Good. So what will we do? We'll just try to find or scrape the website here first of all. You can just try to do the ck12.org and all these things, but initially I will go to CRT, because look, there are some things like ck12 is not the only thing. We have more things like that. I can just do this and got nothing. Maybe let's go for ck12.org, and I can see I have the subdomains for it, but I don't think that's enough. This is what I wanted in all sessions. So maybe I can go for a few more subdomains. Like if you just take a look on the ck12 website itself, where it is, ck12 info.org. Now we have one more domain, info.org. Let's go to ck12.org, dashboards. All these things are different. There might be more domains that you can imagine. So always have a manual approach to website, find all the waybacks, try to take a look on all the ck12.org exact domains and try to find multiple domains on it. Now I have explored. I found just two domains. For instance, I'm telling you, I just found two domains. I'll just make one file like s1 ck12info.org. Okay. Now let's try for a few more. You can just even do uh, blind f ck12. Nothing much. Playback URLs. Okay, we have no research for it. We have to give the URL, by the way. We have the whole way back for it. By the way, if you are well known with all the waybacks, then there's a lot of things that you can ever do with wayback. Come on, man. Wayback is way efficient in doing multiple things. You have a lot of files, lot of things here. Anyway, subdomains, all subdomains by Google. It's can subdomain list for Google. You can even do something like this and may get results. You can try to find as much subdomains as you want. Still, we can do it manually. Not a big deal. Now, you can use the whole website. Netcraft, yeah, we can use Netcraft. Why not? Site running and all these types of things. You can just type ck12.org. Nothing found. Anyway, now let's go to the main things. Now we just try to find subdomains of these two domains. So let me just try to do Subfinder. I have a whole of all the APIs configured in Subfinder, so definitely have a look on it. You can do your own. I'll just make the S2 for it. Now you do one more thing. I usually prefer doing ck12 and CRT by their own. So I can just take a look on the command here. Just give me a moment. Here's the command. You can just do ck12.org. You can use this one too. I usually prefer both of them using at once. Right now I just need to update the CRT one and change the name. Info.org. Okay, now I have all the subdomains. I can just do a cat s2 and just make s3 for it. Now let's see how much subdomains we do have. 236. Now we will do subfinder again on it. I will say you can use the amas for it. That's quite efficient for it, but I usually use subfinder. I don't know why. That's my own choice, but I will definitely suggest you to use the I will suggest you to use amas on it. Amas will take a bit of time, but it's kind of efficient. Now we are doing it. We can gather all the IPs, but we don't have to do it today. If you're on terminal, let's finish all the work on terminal. So I can just simply do like cat s1 and just go for wayback URLs. It will take some time, and always someone suggested me that use wayback twice. You might get few more results. Instead of wayback, I will say you can definitely go with way more. I have wayback where configured here, so I'm gonna use the wayback here. By using the recurring method of finding subdomains can give you few of the hidden subdomains, and that can help a lot. Anyone know about source code reviews? Anyone? And you can take a look on the all the JS files there. Now if I just go with um at way back, a good number of waybacks. Now there's two things. You can do grabbing manually by yourself, or you can use your tool. So I'm having my custom tool for it. I will use that. It will take a little bit of time, but yeah, it will find scrape all the information that it can find from the JS files, or also from the other things. Like someone asked for the GF thing, how to use GF tool. I said don't use GF tool. In short, GF can do find the possible outputs or possible parameters for finding bugs, right? But I think if you're having enough experience in reading blogs and all these things, then you will have a better idea. Look, when you're doing bug bounty, you don't have to follow some tools and all these things. Follow a main thing. The main key of finding any bug is like observation. How much you observe the website, how much you observe the reaction of every point changing and all these things. I told you about the yeah, I told you about the comparer and the repeater yesterday, right? So if you just take a look on how each request is behaving in multiple aspects, then that can help. Because sometimes these tools are kind of written on a specific script, so that's not gonna work on it. I don't want to run nuclei on it, so I'm gonna make a close on it. Now what this tool do is like it's try to find all the information available on it. So it has found few things here. Let's see ls-la. So it is having few PDF files. Let's see dot PDF files. WP content uploads all these things. Okay, I will check it for sure. Why not? And hopefully all of them are public here. Yeah, most of them are public here, so we don't have to worry about it. You can do it manually. In one of my YouTube videos, I already gave the grab list for it, and you can even check my LinkedIn for it. You don't have to worry about it. Now, if I just take a look on cat, let's say false. The true and false equals to true equals to false. All these types of things can make a good effect. So we are taking a look on it. Only true, extended artifacts, filters false, size, and all these things. But we can change it if they're having any specific request. Now, suppose you got this type of link and we don't know what to do. Now that's a search thing, so we don't have to worry about it for now. We can try to make some changes onto it. Let's take a look on this one. Manually observing things can do a very good effect on it. So get school counts, published, status approved. Let's see if we can do some sort of things here. Let's change the number. Are you getting anything? No, same results. Let's remove it and add hacker. Is it reflecting anywhere? I don't think so. Good. Let's remove the whole parameter. Still giving the same results. Let's take a look on the true to false. This is how you find the sensitive parameter. Okay, there is some minor change. I don't know what happened here, but there were few changes, I guess. So let's go with few more things. Like we are having, let's say, we're hunting on CK, right? So let me just open that one for now. Okay, we have subdomains. I told you to do recursive subdomain things. So if I just take a look on this S3, I'm having subdomain 236. But if we do recursive multiple times, then I'm having the final file which is having 100 more subdomains than the normal one. So we should definitely do that. And that might be having few more, like you can just grab Jira. Okay, there's no Jira. For Grafana. Grafana. Okay, there's no Grafana. Let's go for Jenkins. Okay, we have two Jenkins.ck12.org. Let me go with the Jenkins.ck12.org. Let's see if we can find something. Now let's say we are having few more subdomains like S4. Take a look on admin. No, we are not having admin. We are having, let's say, resources. Having four types of domains here. Let's go to Chrome. Go to Chrome here and type all the subdomains. Let's see if any of them are opening. Access denied. One is redirecting here. One more. And then we are having access denied. Oh, that's good. Now let's take a look on all of them. Server, blogs. If you just go to blog, as you have seen, we can download some things, but not actually getting something. We are having API dev to 2019, so that might be an expired one. Let's see what we can do here. If it's accessible, let's see what we can do that. Actions, remap. So we have to find all the functionalities going on this subdomains. So also we have the valid ones or the accessible one. We're only having 85 here. Ghostplate, what's your doubt? Yes, turned on your mic. I will upload all the recordings on YouTube so you don't have to. Okay, good. Let's go with doing Webex. We have already Webex. We have seen how we can find the information, basic information using Webex. We have found few PDF files, few parameters. We can jump on them. Then we can find multiple things like, let's say, we can use param miners for finding all the parameters there. We can go for param spider for using a terminal based tools. We can definitely use this one for having or finding multiple parameters, and we can use these parameters to directly jump into fuzzing, because when we are using this they will be giving up better results to us. You can see all these files that are updated 8 months ago. We can re-download them. We don't have a big issue with that thing. Anyway, then we can try to find some sort of cloud thing, so we might use these tools here. Not this one. We can use these tools for enumeration, and it will find or fuzz to find open resources in AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. So you can use this tool. It's simple to use. Let me show you. If I go to Python 3, type something like this, and it will find for open buckets for it. And if you have AWS Premium, you can definitely find the ownership of it. If you have the AWS CLI version, just get it from YouTube. You can just take a look on that. If you're in an open bucket, let's see what we can find from it. Oh, it's access denied. We need to specify a key. So it's not actually open, it's kind of open. Anyway, now we have few more files of subdomains. We can try for subdomain takeover, subject, all these types of tools. But no, we are not going for it, at least for now. So we can jump on PHP file enumeration. I think I get the task for PHP enumeration, but I will use the automations. You can use JSecrets, you can use JSF scan for it. So I'll be sending it to you. You can use the JSF scan or Xeno.js scan. These two things would be great, and you can definitely have the particular. You can have your own JS miner in Bubsuite. Now let's take a look on manual approaches. Recon is way more than that. We're not done here. Let me show you one thing here. This is not accessible by publicly. You can't access this actual course. But let me show you. Not open for everyone. If you have experience in the background or some background in bug bounties, you can have a look on it. Anyway, can have a look on this course. Anyway, we're just taking a look on the contents. Technology stack, we can sort out all the websites, all the functionality using the technology stack. So if I just type go witness -h, it will give me a full help menu. Obviously, it can use nmap and all these things. Anyway, we want file. I'll just go witness file -h. No, -f for file. So I'm giving -f for httpx. Then let me go to add a few more things. No https, obviously we can give it. We can set the threads. Default is at 4. Timeout, resolutions, headers, all these things. If you want full page screenshots, yes, I want full page screenshots. And then there are a few more if you want to save all of them as a PDF or what, but I just would like to save it as a specific photo. That's why. So it is just gonna take few minutes to finish. Okay, it's redirecting to this domain. And let's see if we have this domain. Cat HTTPX. We don't have this domain. So now we found new subdomain. Simple. We found new subdomain. Oh wait. Anyway, our tool was finished. Let's take a look on it. So our tool was here. Terminal target CK. Now we have screenshots. It's there's errors. Okay, no issues. Which page is this? About.ck12.png. Good. Which is this? About dot. Okay, 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 okay. Let's go to the information. This information. Get info. About.ck12.org. Good. Beta.ck12. Good. We are just taking a look on all the things that are going on. They're not specifically any random part here, and there are, I guess, most of them are recurring. What is this? FRAD or something like that. Let's get information from it. Okay, so when this type of URL are not opening, you do a simple thing. Go to your burp suite. Why does it show there is no response? Citizen fail forbidden user. Okay, the actual source code is 403, but in browser it will show no response. Okay, got it. IMG. You can pause it. Why not? Just looking for dashboards where we can type something. Why there's a blank page. Interactive.ck12 is having when there's a bit.ly. What is this? Why it is redirecting to Bitly when you are on the links? Okay, got it. You can try for it. There are a lot of vulnerabilities on it. You can simply see all of them in the screenshots if I'm not being wrong here with you. QA about, okay. Testing 123 server.ck12. Status. Okay, nice. So we have seen a lot of pages that might be pentestable. Yeah, front protected, not easy to access them, but yeah, we are also having few more. Let's check few more steps. CDN misconfigurations are good if you're having WordPress or whatever, not actually WordPress, if you're having Cloudflare and all these things. Always look on CDN misconfigurations. Nmaps and IP recon. I look, forget about it. I'll just tell you later on, not now. Nmap and NS. If you found all the IPs and all these things, find their ports. Find their ports. Now, for those who are asking for the tools to buy, look, the tools are only included in one course, and I don't think I will share them, at least for now. But eventually, in future, let's see. Custom CD. Ah, let's try Python 3. Okay, my ck12.org. Okay, these are all the open IPs, and it will find all the open ports and run the specific tools on it. It is having a collection of 12 tools that is going to use on it, including Nuclea, JLS, and all those tools. So you will get a better approach and better vulnerabilities onto them. But for now, it will just forget about it. We don't need all these things. We can do, look, all this step nmap and all these things will be used there. Anyway, we can do reconnaissance for simple recon. Just use this one. Okay, it is now taking down my internet access. Not running it right now, but we'll just do it eventually. CK12, let's see Apache config files. Okay, I'm a robot now. No results. Let's go for config files. No results. XML file. Okay, let's take a look on it. Sitemap, trigonometry concepts. React listing. Is there anyone React listing? Index of reflection. No, it is not. There is no logs. No logs. WordPress. Okay, all the WordPress files. Login page. There's one login file. Backup and old files. SQL errors. No. Expose documentations. Yeah, all the PDFs are here. Uploads. All of them are into abouts, but those are not into abouts or some sort of having internal information like company details and all these things. You can report them. PHP infos. No. Backdoors. No. Redirects. Possible redirects here, but not the most important ones. Okay, all these types of files are here. Third party expose. Pastewin. Okay, there is no database here. Animation fork, Git folders. Nope. S3 possible. S3 buckets are here. You guys can see sql.org. Any S3 bucket is having this type of things. It will just show out here. And all their files are uploaded on CK12, so we're easily just able to take a look on them. Hey, Shodan, you can search on Shodan, not now. APIs, GitHub search, Apache config files, setup files, struts, no, htaccess, no, security headers available here. There might be some sort of clickjacking possible. Source code review, we can do better source code review here, not gonna lie. By the way, those who are looking for source code review, let me show you one thing. We'll be having a lot of courses undergoing development. So you might be able to see the source code courses soon. Solution space, nothing much. Still, there are questions here. Subdomains from Google, come on now. All the WordPress are here. WP content, WP includes. Tomorrow we'll do the POC breakdown, so be ready for it. The link is shared. You guys can share this group link with as much people as you can. I'm sharing the link here. Have it. Share it to more and more and more people, and let's see. So these are the few ones, I guess. Now I would be here to discuss any access queries if you have. Because look, I was having all this content for you now. You can use the tools for finding all this automation, but I will say don't be dependent on them. Always try manually. 100% guide would be that. This is the payload that you can use for identification, taking a look from inspect element, how everything is working, how these tags are going on, how we are able to get this type of, how the website is reacting with this thing, how is the website interacting with all the payloads. Then we can try the multiple payloads according to our needs. You guys can see this encoded are there, double encoded are there, triple encoded are there, file uploads, metadata, SVG file uploads, XSS via XML, email payloads, unclosed tags, Unicode encoding. In many websites, you are not allowed to do this or do this, so you can use unclosed tags, Unicode encodings, URL verification bypasses. If there is a jQuery version under 3, you can try payloads for that, not a big deal. Payloads from POC, so this was my 3050 POC that I was telling. This one when you're not able to do some or enter characters here, or when your payload is getting but you're not getting the exact pop-up, so you can do this type of payloads. It was on the target we were trying to hunt yesterday. One more encoded one, if you know 0D08, it's a CRL of one. Oh, no, it's not CRL of one. JavaScript palette, simple one. AEM access payloads. This was a good try. You wanna see AEM? Let me show you. I don't know if I've made, no, there is no, I don't have the POC right now, but I'll definitely show it to you. I think I mentioned the POC in the AEM video of my YouTube channel, so definitely check a look on that. One more payload, simple as that, not a big deal. One more payloads, the encoded one we used. One more with unencoded video. We have one more payload here. It's a kind of a big payload, but it's a kind of a CV dependent. And we have the prompt one. Alert will not work always, so use prompt confirm this type of things. Post based access are here. Swagger is here. Come on, Swagger is very common now. One more payloads, few more. CG alerts. Post based access of 10.10.287. 2019 CV. Few more payloads. These are web bypasses. Look, web bypasses are always patched payloads. But if you can still try this type of payload to get a better understanding, but most of them are already solved. So I will upload the same file on your
free bug bounty Telegram group. All right, everyone. Now you can ask your access queries, and I'm here. I think it would be
Hi
way
Vadik.
better if we do these things.
Hi.
Just a minute.
Uh,
Let me finish.
okay.
You can ask all your queries. I'll be here in the next for the next 20 minutes. You can ask any query related to that thing.
I have a one question. जब हम कोई पेलोड डालते हैं किसी भी इनपुट फील्ड पे तो हमें पता है ना जैसे सिक्योर कोडिंग के प्रोस्पेक्टिव से हमारा जो हमारे भी इनपुट्स होते हैं वो सैनिटाइज हो जाते हैं हम उसको बाईपास किस तरीके से कर सकते हैं
What I said. मैंने क्या कहा? The first thing we do is like observation, how the website is reacting with all of them, and then we can try multiple payloads using multiple replacements. Suppose if your website is not allowing angular brackets, right? So now we can try to encode them, decode them, all these types of things, and then yeah, we can do that. Got it?
या गॉट इट बट
You need to
सपोज
observe.
समटाइम
Yeah.
बोलिए
बोलो बोलो बोलो.
सपोज कुछ टाइम ऐसे होता है ना जब हम इनकोडिंग ट्राई करते हैं डबल इनकोडिंग बट वो वर्क नहीं करते देन उसका कोई अल्टरनेटिव है कि हम कुछ और ट्राई कर सकते हैं
Try for the service based. Like suppose what's going on there. It depends like that. Suppose there's Node.js going on, you can try the specific payloads of it. Look, XSS and all the input things are, it's kind of, you have to spend time on it.
या आई नो ठीक है मैं आपको एक सिनेरियो बताता हूँ मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है एक्चुअली में जो मेरे पास टारगेट है उसमें क्या हो रहा है कि जब मैं अपना पेलोड डाल रहा हूँ यूआरएल्स में तो वो सैनिटाइज होकर आउटपुट शो कर रहा है मुझे जो स्क्रीन पे भी शो करता है ना सर्च क्वेरी में वहाँ पे सैनिटाइज शो कर रहा है लेकिन कभी कभी जब मैं दूसरा पेलोड ट्राई करता हूँ तो वो सैनिटाइज नहीं होता है जो स्क्रीन पे शो करता है ना वेबसाइट पे वो अनसैनिटाइज रहता है और जो सोर्स कोड में जहाँ स्टोर हो रहा है हमारा पेलोड वहाँ पे वो सैनिटाइज हो रहा है लेस देन और जो ग्रेटर देन वाला सिंबल होता है उसको सैनिटाइज कर रहा है प्रॉपर अल्ट से बट किसी किसी केस में वो डिस्प्ले पे सैनिटाइज नहीं करता बट जो हमारा सोर्स कोड है वहाँ पे सैनिटाइज प्रॉपर कर रहा है वो
Mm-hmm.
हम्म,
So when displaying, it's not sanitizing, but in the source code, it's doing kind of sanitized output. So तुमको
या
display में दिख रहा है like images has equals to x, honor equals to 1, right?
हम्म,
Okay. Just remind me the same scenario. After I close the recording, I'll show you one similar POC to that.
ओके
Okay, it's not patched, so I can't show it like that. But
करंटली आई डोंट हैव अ लैपटॉप बिकॉज मैं बाहर हूँ मैं
all
आपको
of
शेयर कर
you are asking for the exact group link. Here is your group link. Here is your recording group link. I would definitely say not to share it anywhere because you guys are having this exact opportunity to be the part of it. But I don't think that would be very good to share it. Here I'm sharing the link of group, and you can get the recording link. Don't make me embarrassed or don't make me remove the whole resources by leaking all of them here and there. By the it's a free course, so let's see. You can share anywhere it on the first May, but before first May, I have to upload it on YouTube. Got it? Everyone got it? Possible of bypass is completely dependent on how it's gonna reacting. Anyone else? Any questions? Who is this guy, man? Trying to negotiate the course for 999. Really? No man, no chances. Spend that, try for spend pilots, man. Spend are there. There's no big deal. Okay, recording started. Now look, to this topic, let's see. I know I need to hide this now. Today is day 5, right? Huh? How do you find unauthenticated admin portals? Like suppose there are portals like admin, employees, or mm, internal logins. How do you find this type of things without any password? How do you find this? Any guide? No idea.
There are a few techniques to do this. We can use tools like DAR Buster, and we
Nope.
can also check the URLs.
Unauthenticated portals. They will be usually found on where IPs. Now, how do you find IPs?
Oh, okay.
I'll show
Shodan.io.
the PayPal POC later. Not now. Go to shodanfofa.com. Simple. Just type title. Suppose you want to find Jenkins. Let's see Jenkins. Now, finding open dashboards can be one more challenging task if you have a very big program like the one currently I'm hunting on. If you have something like that, do a thing. Do a deep approach. Use multiple tools, multiple findings, and you can get it. Got it? What we can do with the IP of the phone? Like, look, if you have a verified IP network, it belongs to a company. Jump on it, man. You can do lot of things with it. It's not like what can we do? You can do lot of things with it. Like for example, let's say you can find open ports. You can find fuzzing, but I don't think that's a very better option. You can make multiple flows with it. Find all the open ports and jumping with all the directories, jumping with all the functionalities going on there. And finding all the login pages is a very good thing because you can find a lot of disclosure in github.com and use the same ID password you find on GitHub on the IP. Finding IP from subdomain, simple man. Not a big deal. Just do subfinder -h and you can specify the source and just configure our Shodan IP like -h Shodan -d. I just want to see domain as uh, what domain can I choose? My net is slow, I guess. So it won't give me that much, but yeah, it will give. Look, these are all the subdomains from only Shodan. Because I have specified I just want to find subdomain from Shodan only. Here is the -s. Here is the -s for Shodan. Look, always try for default credentials. One more thing. I'm too lazy to go there. Look, always the default credentials. For Windows, this one. For Zabbix, this one. For Ubuntu, Unify, sorry. For Tomcat, for SAP, for pfSense, for Cisco, Citrix, Dell. I'd use these ones. They are very helpful. After I close the recording, let me know. I'll show you default credential login. Finding my first bug on the disclosure program. Mm-hmm. Browsing to application started on vulnerability rest. You can do that. But did I recon? No. You haven't done any efficient thing to find all the background things going on. It doesn't matter if you're interested in bug testing on subdomain or what. In the end, all what matter is money, right? You want to get some sort of swag or monetary rewards in the end. So what you can do is simple. Go with the things that are more practical. Jumping to the reconnaissance, having few information gathered out about the website, having few information gathered about the subdomains, how they're going to work in the multiple aspects, and then you can jump on all the functionalities deeply, one by one with the checklist I told you that you can make. After finding subdomain, finding live domains and grabbed URLs, what are the steps we can do? This is a conceptual thing. Look, you can do a lot of things, not just things, right? Not just these things. You can do a lot of things like let's say let's say subdomain finding is not enough. Find all the IPs, organizations, ASP, ASN, all the directories. If you can brute force them, have a good GitHub approach to it, have a good Google approach to it. Try to find all the JS file, try to find on the PHP end, right, and spend a good time on it. Recon is not finding subdomains only. This is the one, the recon. You can have a look on the 17 minutes. That would be very good for you.
Vaidik, do you have any checklist for XSS? Where do we use which payload? Where do we use which payload like that? Generally, we are using only that alert and image SRC, that payloads only. So if it didn't work out, just we skipped and moved to another one. So is
What
there any specific checklist for that?
for XSS?
For XSS, yeah.
Look, I don't usually make checklists about the vulnerabilities. I might
Okay.
try to go for notes, but eventually, what I will say is simple. Try to understand how the sanitization and all these things are working, and eventually find your own result.
Yeah, yeah. Like how I'm doing, right? If I found any application right in search bar or anything, just I append that only alert functions or images
Mm-hmm.
are. Then if not okay, I'll ignore. Okay, there is no vulnerability. Then I move to. I just ignore that part. So that's why. Is there any like checklist for that? We need to in that specifically for search and URLs like that is any checklist, so that's what I'm asking.
You're asking for some checklist like
Like SVG payloads and like that, right?
depends what the website is
Different.
accepting. You should be having a payload collection like this. Let me show. Either it's not sorted out, it's completely here and there. But you should make a payload collection like this, and you can have your. I have my own chat where I have all my payloads going on.
Yeah, just I am confused because which payload when I use, where I use. So that's the thing.
And that's why you need to understand how things are working in the basic manner. Eventually, you will find it out. What do I say? Like, observe the first of all. Like, if Varun is there, then he can tell you. Like, instead, we were doing live hunting on some things, some target. And all what we have done is just like observation how website is reacting to multiple types of input that is not supposed to be there, right? And today we are going to hunt on that. So there's a little difference that if how things are getting handled, then that would be good.
Okay, okay.
सर एसएसआरएफ को मतलब कहाँ-कहाँ ढूँढ सकते हैं उस जैसे एंड पॉइंट्स कैसे निकालें उसके एसएसआरएफ के लिए? एक जीएफ टूल वाला तो पता है सर, उसके अलावा कुछ?
अरे यार वेबएक्स में देखो वेबसाइट को ऑब्जर्व तो करो थोड़ा बहुत. To using tools is not the only solution. Just go to the website and have a look how every input is going on here and there. बहुत सारे resources होते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें होती है वेबसाइट में, यहाँ से वहाँ जा रही होती हैं. Don't use ChatGPT, man. Your report should be simple and on point. On the automation topic, I can say a single thing, just one thing. We need to understand what to automate first. What to automate. So, what will you automate? Repetitive paths. Suppose I have a section where I make maybe templates, maybe going for bash scripts. For those who already know the classes, you know that we are having a lot of bash script that we use. So we make automations to automate the repetitive part. Suppose if there is a WordPress, so I make a WordPress as such, which will do all the types. Suppose I have like 78. Okay, I have the 78 paths or 78 things to test. So it will automatically do one by one itself. There are ways to get Nessus for free, but we don't need to take a look on that. There are people who do that. Suppose 75 paths or prompts or maybe some types of 75 things I would like to do. So we can automate this type of things, but not relying on it. Like we have seen the visual recon. Why we need to do that thing if we know all the particular input parameters? So why we need to do that? Because we need to do that because we would like to find more and more things on that. Okay, that's the main topic here. So why do we automate? How do we automate in exact situations? What tools we usually use for automating? Nuclei, maybe. We might use nuclei, right? We might use the whole thing for automating multiple things. Come on, we don't be dependent on it. Why you use nuclei? Or why will I use the nuclei? Oh, like, look, come on, there's multiple things. By using nuclei, you might use it on maybe, let's say you can use nuclei for finding open testing bugs. So, what will I say? Look, tag detections, path, and open configuration issues, like, direct listing and all this thing, and all this types of thing. But we need to change that. We are not depending on all these things, but we can use this. If you are having a meantime, you can use it on service based. In starting, I told you if you have all the AEM URLs, sort them out, and all the GI URLs, sort them out. All the required things should be sorted out, and then you can take a look on that. Then finding information from very large applications, like suppose I have 100K JS files of multiple programs, I might use few templates, few configuration files that I would like to get a look on that. Then you can use it to recordings will be provided after 2 days, not today. Then we can maybe using it for let's say fuzzing purposes. You can use literally do fuzzing purposes using nuclei because they are also giving fuzzing templates for it. There is one more tool like nuclei. Anyone know about it? JLS, the Swiss Army knife. Right, that's over. JLS, anyone know about it? It's similar to nuclei, but there are minor differences. But I will say nuclei is way effective to it. Anyway, you can use JLS for all these purposes, but you know what I will suggest? Make your own. Make your own things for it. So that was the recording that we guys were doing in the last 10 days from 12 April to 22 April. And yes, that was for it. We don't have anything more than that. And as I already mentioned that I have removed few part of it because of multiple reasons. So that was for the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to take a look on the link in the description about the course.